Nice to see you, brothers and sisters. Yesterday we did Inna. I hope you understood. Keep in mind about the kinds of khabar. Remember, it is very important. We will be soon doing Laysa, and I'll explain you a little bit in detail again. Normally, most of the time we just translate. But I really feel that you are all very strong, and I'll go in detail with analysis. And I'm quite confident that you will understand. Because having understood Mubtada Khabar very well will make other things very easy for you, brothers and sisters. Now, I gave you the paper yesterday. And this is also something that is not supposed to be done, but I want to do it, because with the Inna something else comes in the Quran. And now you will try to read Inna and something else will come. And I really want you to enjoy it. I want you to enjoy it, okay? And that's the reason I'm going to introduce that to you, brothers and sisters. I give you a few simple examples. You will be able to figure out what's going on. Allahu Ghafurun Rahimun. Brothers and sisters, what is Allah? Mubtada. Where is the khabar? Ghafurun. Khabar number 1, and this will be khabar number 2. When it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's khabar number 1, khabar number 2. Now, I'm writing here. What did I write? Rabbuka Ghafurun Rahim. How many words in Rabbuka? 2. What are they, brothers and sisters? Mudaf, Mudaf ilayhi. So where is our Mubtada? Rabbu. Wahuwa Mudaf. Ka Mudaf ilayhi. Where is our Khabar? Ghafur. And then Rahim, Khabar number 2. What did I write? La Rabbuka. La Rabbuka Ghafurun Rahim. What is this La, brothers and sisters? In Arabic language, there are beautiful methods of putting emphasis. Putting emphasis, which, truly speaking, you cannot translate. You got to understand. And it's in the language itself, okay? So this La is called Lamu Ibtida. What is it called? Lamu Ibtida. I got you in the sheets, huh, brother? Lamu Ibtida. I think it's Ibtida. Yes. It is called Lamu Ibtida'i. Mudaf, Mudaf ilayhi. Mudaf and Mudaf ilayhi. Lam of beginning. When lam of beginning is used, it emphasizes the whole sentence. it emphasizes the whole sentence. Puts an emphasis. La Rabbuka. See, if you say Rabbuka, Ghafurur Rahim, now you say La Rabbuka. There is an emphasis on it. Okay? So this is, when the Lam comes in the beginning, it's called Lamul Ibtidai. Are you with me? Lam of the beginning. Okay. Now, Inna is walking, and Inna comes and looks at this. La Rabbuka Ghafurur Rahim. So she says, who are you? Lam, who are you? Why are you standing in front of Rabbuka? Inna is asking, what are you doing here? What's your job? You came in the front. So Lam says, I emphasize the whole sentence. That's my job. He said, you emphasize the whole sentence? I don't see anything there. Nothing changed. Rabbuka, La Rabbuka. What kind of emphasis is this? Get lost. Look at me. When I come in the front, what happens to the sentence? So then Lam is pushed. You know, we push. And then Lam slips. Okay? Like a person slipping on a banana peel. He slips. Because Inna is coming to show Lam what kind of a job Inna does. So brothers and sisters, we get Inna. Now Inna says, look at me. As soon as I came in the sentence in front, I proved my point that I am emphasizing. And it says, Inna Rabbaka. Okay, see what I did. Now the Lam, you know, because he was in the front, he was taken out from the front, and now you have pushed. He said, I will still be part of the sentence, you know. Inna, you want to come in the front? No problem. I'll go and stand somewhere else. And I will still give emphasis. So, it became what happened? Inna Rabbaka Laghafurun Rahim. And brother, look at it. Can you translate this? No. The sweetness, the eloquence is in the language itself. That is why it is so important for us to learn the language of the Quran. And like this, there are hundreds of examples of various kinds in the Quran where you simply cannot translate. So what happened, brother? Inna Rabbaka. Now if I have something to bang my hands, you know how the speakers bang their hands. So if I were to emphasize, I'll say, Inna Rabbaka Laghafurur Rahim. Twice I'll make my point, you know, to give importance to the sentence. Are you with me? So now the Lam was pushed. Can we call it Lamu Ibtida? No, now we cannot come because it's not in the beginning. Then it is called Lamu Mudhalak. What is it called? What will you say? Lamul Mudhalaka. This is a 4-letter verb. And we are going to study in book 3. What is the root of it, brother? Zahalaka. What is the meaning of Zahalaka? He slipped. He slipped. Okay, brothers and sisters? So it is called Lamu Mudhalak because it slipped from its first place, and then wherever he found the place in the middle of the sentence, he stood up there. When I was studying, you know, in Jordan, brothers and sisters, I had my teacher, and he was very, very humorous sometimes. We'll make little jokes here and there. And you know, we live in Canada, we see snow all the time. They have never seen snow. They have seen only pictures. they see people skating on snow. Okay? So my teacher asked me, do you skate? I said, no, I don't skate, but my children do skate. I'm too old. He said, so call this lamb a skating lamb. What is it? Skating lamb. It will be easy for you to remember. See, sometimes muzahalak doesn't come in the very beginning. Later on you will master it. But then I always tell students that this is a skating lamb. It was in the front. When inna came, it skated to the middle of the sentence. So the technical word is al-lamul muzahalak. And otherwise, in short, for our simplicity, we can say it's a skating lamb, Now, brothers and sisters, this lam muzahalak can come after inna anywhere in the sentence. And I have given you lots of examples. So look at it, where it comes. The most beautiful example that I can see, brothers and sisters, is here. See, innal insana. What is after that? Lafi. What is this la? This is another emphasis. Can you imagine? We can read and we never understand. This is such an emphasis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, innal insana lafi khusrin. That everybody, every human being is in khasara, is at loss. Innal insana lafi khusrin. Are you with me? And this will come in the Quran, in various forms. What is it? Innaka laminal mursaleen. Yasin wal Quran al Hakim. Inshallah we'll analyze this. Innaka, see, truly, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. But that is not enough truly. Again, the la has to come to emphasize it more. You cannot translate, brothers. Innaka laminal mursaleen. So, brothers and sisters, I give these two examples to you. Okay? And how will you analyze it? Inna harfu tawqid wa nasbin. Brother, insan, ismu inna, mansub, lam, lamu muzahalik. Lit tawqid, for emphasize. Lamu muzahalik, lit tawqid. And then what will be fi khusrin? Jar majrur, shibu jumla, khabar, inna. Okay. Here again. Innaka, inna, harfu tawqid wa nasbin, ka, ismu inna, mansubun. And then la, lamu muzahalik, lit tawqid. And the minal mursalin, jar majrur, shibu jumla, khabar. So you know mursalin, it comes from mursalun. Are you with me? Mursalun. Make it jama mudhakkar salim. Mursaluna. Now make it mansub and majrur. Mursalina. Mursalina. So when it came min, it changed from mursaluna to mursalina. You got the idea, brother and sister? Inshallah, this page will help you, and later on, as we progress, I will be selecting verses from this page, and we'll try to analyze it. You can do it on your own. There are beautiful verses from Quran. Inshallah, it will make it very interesting reading for you, inshallah. Now we come to lesson number 2 in the book. Damirun munfasilun. What did I say? Damirun munfasilun. Detached pronoun. We must practice every now and then. Ready? Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. One more time. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Very good, brothers and sisters. Now, book 1 is gone, brothers and sisters. We must prepare ourselves with more verbs. And I'm sure you can easily conjugate. Can you conjugate, brothers and sisters? Ready? Kara'a, kara'a, kara'u, kara'at, kara'ata, kara'na, kara'ata, karatuma, karatum, karati, karatuma, karatunna, karatu, kara'na. This sequence, once you master it, khalas, brother, everything will become easy for you. Everything will become easy for you, inshallah. Now, huwa kara'a, ana karatu, nahnu kara'na, hunna kara'na, nahnu kara'na, hunna kara'na. Okay? Hum kara'u. What will you say? Hum kara'u. Hiya kara'at. Anta kara'ata. Anti karati. Antum karatum. Antunna karatunna. So inshallah, we will practice. You must get a good handle on it, brother. Fine, brothers and sisters. Another important verb. Sa'ala. Kara means he read. Sa'ala means he asked. Okay, brothers and sisters? He asked. Ready? Sa'ala. Ready? Sa'ala, sa'ala, sa'alu, sa'alat, sa'alata, sa'alna, sa'alta, sa'altuma, sa'altum, sa'alti, sa'altuma, sa'altunna, sa'altu, sa'alna. MashaAllah. Huwa sa'ala. Hiya sa'alat. Hiya sa'alat. Hum sa'alu. Hunna sa'alna. Nahnu sa'alna. Anta sa'alta. Anti sa'alti. Antum sa'altum. Antunna sa'altunna. Nahnu sa'alna. Ana sa'altu. Inshallah, make it very easy. Fine, brothers and sisters. Akhaza. Akhaza. Ready? Akhadha, akhadha, akhadhu, akhadhat, akhadhata, akhadhna, akhadha, akhadthuma, akhadthum, akhadthi, akhadthuma, akhadthunna, akhadthu, akhadna. Okay, fine. Ana akhastu. Ana akhastu. Nahnu akhasna. Anta akhasta. Anti akhasti. Huwa akhadha. Hiya akhadhat. Hum akhadhu. Hunna akhasna. Nahnu akhadna. Hunna akhadna. Nahnu akhadna. Make sure we differentiate between two. Alhamdulillah, brother. Now remember, we are doing verbs. Are you with me? Now again, Dr. Sahib does not mention in the key in detail, brothers and sisters, but I prefer to start you right away in some details, because I believe that you are all very good smart, quick at learning, plus I know that you are all very dedicated, plus I know that you will always come to the class. So this makes it, easy for me to explain, inshallah. Now in book 2, lesson 2, we come across a verb called laysa. What is the verb, brother? Laysa. This is a very different verb, brothers and sisters. The verbs in handout, they are all what we call in Arabic salim. What are they? Sound, salim. None of them had any ya or waw in it. That page 5 in the handout, brothers and sisters, all of these verbs are salim. And you got to do all of them, brothers and sisters. I urge you, when two of you meet together, ask each other, give a verb and start conjugating quickly. Takes 30 seconds, but you will become master. And you should check each other. You will check each other and you will become master. Nusrat, I'll ask them 2 verbs every day. And let them say quickly to you. The whole idea is to master the pattern. And you have already done it, brother. I can see from your answers that you are understanding it well. Now these are all salim verbs. Then we come to verbs which are naqis, weak. Okay, brothers and sisters. And weak verb has a ya or a waw in it. What do you see in laysa? What is the second radical? Ya. And it has got a sukoon, brother. It's got a sukoon. So these are naqis verbs. Now remember one thing. These verbs do not behave the same way. Okay? Because some changes will take place. Something will be dropped. Something will get dropped. Okay? So here we start laysa. Now remember, you are conjugating verbs. You are not attaching pronouns. Remember? You are not attaching pronouns. How do you conjugate verbs? The way you conjugate zahaba and kharaja. Are you with me? What is it called? Conjugation of the verbs. We put verbs into 14 forms. That's all you have to do. Okay, brothers and sisters? Start now. Laysa, laysa, laysu, laysat, laysata, and now lasna. I explained to you yesterday. What happened? That you have a laysa, now you add nunu niswa. What is the condition of nunu niswa? The third radical must get a sukoon. So I have to put a sukoon here now. Okay, brother and sister? Now already I have a ya with a sukoon. In Arabic language, 2 sukoons cannot come. It is called iltikau sakinaini. Meeting of 2 sukoons. And if one of the sukoon is a weak letter, then we drop it, give it a pink slip, discharge him. Now what is the result? Lasna. What is the result? Lasna. Do you know how it came? See, that is why all this thing that we were trying to understand, that hunna comes, certain conditions will apply. So it became lasna. Now do you see the from laysa it became lasna. This is not normal. It is not normal. The way we have been learning, this is different. Why it is different? Because there was a weak letter in it. It became lasna. After that, what do you do, brothers and sisters? That's all you do. What do you do? Ta tumatum, ti tumatunna, tuna. So when you came to lasna, and then lasta, lastuma, lastum, lasti, lastuma, lastunna, lastu, lasna. So it's very easy. Just think about this. Ta tumatum, ti tumatunna, tuna. These are the pronouns which we are adding. Hua, huma, hum, or hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum. These are different. They are attached with the nouns, brothers and sisters, okay? Our prepositions. Now, they will be attached to the verb, but then we are going to study afterwards, okay? But we are now doing pure conjugation. So this is the way we do, as we do zahaba, kharaja, jalasa, we do laisa, laisa, laisu, laisat, laisata, lasna, lasta, lastuma, lastum, lasti, lastuma, lastunna, lastu, lasna. Are you with me, brother? Okay. Now, one more thing, brothers and sisters. Again, I'm going in detail, brothers and sisters. But it's good because inshallah I will be repeating it many times. So you will inshallah be able to understand it and master it. There are two kinds of verbs in English language. One are called complete verbs and the other is called incomplete. One is complete, one is it incomplete. What do you call in Arabic? Fi'lun. So in Arabic language also we have two kinds of verb. One is called fi'lun tamun. There is a shadda on mim. This is called complete verb. Are you with me? The other one is fi'lun naqisun. In English we say it is incomplete, or there is another word. Sister Maimuna, we can also say it is deficient. What is it? Deficient. There is some deficiency in it. Okay. Now, I write here one verb, brother and sister, which we are going to do very soon. What I wrote, brother and sister? What is the verb? Kana. It's very common in Quran. Kana. What is the meaning of kana? He was. Now I write another verb. Jalasa. What is the meaning? He sat. I say qara'a. What is the meaning? He read. Okay. Tell me one thing, brothers and sisters. When you say jalasa, the meaning is he sat. Or jalasat, she sat. Does it give you complete meaning? Yes. It tells me that somebody sat. Are you with me? And if I say qara'a or qara'at, he read, she read. Does it give you a complete meaning? Yes. She read. Of course something is read, but she read. If I say he was, it did not give you complete meaning. Because you want to know what is it that he was. Unless you say he was a doctor, he was a student, he was a teacher, he was married, he was bachelor, then the sentence becomes complete. Otherwise, the word does not convey you complete sense. So what will you call jalasa? Fi'lu tamun. What will you call qara'a? Fi'lu tamun. Means complete verb. And what will you call kana? Fi'lu naqisun. Because it does not give us a complete sense. Okay. Now, are you listening, brothers and sisters? I'm telling you something extremely important, but I'll be repeating it. So, as much as you can absorb, Brother Hassan. When it is the fi'lu ta'amun, it will have fa'il. What will have? Fa'il. And maybe maf'ulun bihi later on. It will have fa'ilun. When the fi'l is naqis, it will not have fa'il. Sister Arifa, it won't have fa'il. Instead, Sister Maimuna, it will have ism. What will have? What will it have? Ism. And brother and sister, if it has ism, then it will have khabar also. Because by bringing in the khabar, you get the complete sense out of it. He was, no, that is not a complete, he was a student. Okay? Then a student is your khabar. Are you with me? So you have to bring khabar in the verbs which are naqis in order to make a complete sense out of it. Are you with me? Now I'm writing here, brothers and sisters. Shikana Muhammadun Taliban. Okay. Now remember, we are not doing kana now. I'm only giving you an example. We will do it very soon, inshallah. Kana Muhammadun Taliban. Can you translate? Muhammad was a student. Muhammad was a student. Weak verbs cannot have fa'il. It will have ism. So brother, kana is a weak verb. What is Muhammadun? Ismu kana. What will you say? Ismu kana. It's easy for us now. We are used to it. And what will you say? Taliban? Khabar kana. What will you say? Khabar kana. Okay? But remember, Taliban, it is mansoob. Are you with me? So khabar kana will always be mansoob. Are you with me? Ism kana will always be marfu. Do you see here? Like file. Ism kana will be marfu. And khabar kana will be mansoob. Brothers and sisters, if you want to write, you can write, but I will be repeating this many, many times. Soon we will have kana coming in the lesson, and we will try to conjugate also, inshallah. Now, like inna and akhwatu inna, remember? Inna and akhwatu inna means inna and her sisters. Similarly, kana has also sisters. Kana has also sisters. And Laysa is one of the sisters of Kana. What is it? So what will you say Laysa? Is it fi'lu ta'amun or fi'lu naqis? It's naqis. So Laysa will not have fa'il. What will have? Ism. And then there has to be a khabar. Are you with me? Now, brothers and sisters, if I say Laysa, only Laysa, where is the ism Laysa? Not there. So what is not there? What do we call it, Brother Samad? Mustatir. Are you with me? If I say Laysa, what is Alif? Ismu Laysa. If I say Laysu, what is Waw? Ismu Laysa. If I say Laysat, where is the ism Laysa? Mustatir. Laysata, Alif. If I say Lasna, what is Nunu Niswa? Ismu Laysa. And then Ta Tumatun, Ti Tumatunna, Tuna. What are they? Ismu Laysa. And then khabar has to come. Khabar has to come. But once we understand this, then there are so many verses in the Quran with Laysa. And now you will understand those sentences beautifully, inshallah. Sister Maimuna, you have a question? You have a question? Say loudly, sister. I have difficulty in hearing you. Yes. No, kana will be fi'lun naqisun. And laysa is also fi'lun naqisun. Then we have added little more to laysa. Fi'lun naqisun jamidun. What you call it? Fi'lun naqisun jamidun. Now this should not gabrify you. You understand? They are simple things. And I will be repeating. Okay? See, we haven't done the verbs in detail. But if you say jalasa, then it is madi. Then we say yajlisu, it is mudariya. Then if you say ijlis, then it is amar. So these have different patterns. Kana also has different pattern. What about laysa? Laysa is only madi, khalas. There is nothing else. So it is fixed. So we call it jamid. Means it does not have mudariya, does not have amar, nothing else. So don't worry, I will be repeating it inshallah. So Sister Maimuna, laysa is fi'lun naqisun jamidun. It's fixed. Only laysa, khalas. No, kana is fi'l naqis, but it is not jamid. Because kana yakunu, and then kun. All these things we are going to understand very soon, inshallah. I'm going to take my time after lesson number 2 and introduce to you mudariya. And you got to work hard on fi'l. Because if you master the verbs, brothers and sisters, in the early stages of our study, everything in the book will become easy for you. You will be able to enjoy it, inshallah. Little extra hard work in the beginning will make things a lot easier later on. Okay, brothers and sisters, so laysa has come now. Okay, brothers and sisters. So whenever laysa comes, we know it is a verb. Are you with me? It is a verb. But it is a naqis verb. And it is a jamid verb. And it will have ism. And it will have khabar. Are you with me? Now, I tell you something, brothers and sisters. Kana Muhammadun taliban. I explained to you, brother, Muhammad is ismu kana. Sahi? And where is khabar kana? But taliban is mansub. In other words, khabar kana will always be mansub. Now we are coming to mansub. Okay. If laysa is the sister of kana, it will have the same thing. It will have the khabar mansub. Are you with me? Only in laysa, and Quran is the source of Arabic grammar. What is Quran? Is the source of Arabic grammar. So sometimes in Quran you will see, or in other literary works, khabar of laysa should always be mansub, or khabar of laysa will come with B. What will it come? With B. It means it will make it majroor. Jar majroor. Now I don't want to go in more detail, but I will go later on in more detail. How do we analyze it? Right now we will say it is jar majroor, khabar kana. But later on I will go in detail, inshallah. Are you with me? So it can be mansoob, or it can be with harf jar B. Inshallah. Are you with me? Is it clear, brother? No, I'm only talking about laysa. No. Kana is mansoob. That's it. Laysa is also mansoob. But in the Quran, it will say that it will come with B. Okay, now let us see the meaning of Laisa. Now you see Laisa, Laisa, Laisu, Laisat, Laisata, Lasna, Lasta, Lastuma, Lastum, Lasti, Lastuma, Lastunna, Lastu, Lasna. These are all Madi. But what is the translation? What is the translation? He is not, or it is not. Are you with me? See, if you only say Laisa, he is not. Is there a sense in it? No. Until you bring the khabar. Until you bring the khabar, then it is complete sense. Huh? Okay. Are you with me? Are you with me? So if I say, Laisu, what is the translation? They are not. Lasta, you are not. Lastu, I am not. Lasna, we are not. Huh? Are you with me? Lasti, you are not. Huh? Lastum, you are all not. Lasna, they are not. Laisat, she is not. Are you with me? She is not. Huh? Now let us go to the main lesson and see how we understand. Watch for the Ism Laisa and Khabar Laisa. One more thing, brothers and sisters. Remember, if it is a Jumla Ismiya, and in Jumla Ismiya Laisa will come, then that Khabar will be Jumla Failure. Did you get it? If in Jumla Ismiya there is a Mubtada, and after Mubtada if Laisa comes, then that is Jumla Failure. Are you with me? Okay. No, if Laisa is a verb. So if the Laisa comes in the sentence, then it is Jumla Failure, brother. Sahi? Are you with me? If a Laisa comes in the sentence, then it is Jumla Failure. Now can Jumla Failure become a Khabar? Yes. It can become a Khabar for Mubtada. Are you with me? It can become Khabar for Mubtada. Okay, more, if we read the lesson, inshallah, you will understand it very well. Let's see if I can. Now inshallah we'll go with the beginning, inshallah.